Hey guys, Bart from TST Industries here. Today we have a 2013 and up Honda CBR 600RR in the shop. In this segment, we'll show you how to install a TST Industries Fender Eliminator on the CBR 600. It'll allow you to remove this whole assembly and remount your license plate on this bracket here on your servo case on the bottom of the subframe. The bracket comes with all hardware necessary for the installation and an instruction sheet, including a template that you can cut out for simple assembly. So let's begin. So the first step will be to remove the passenger seat, empty the contents of the trunk, then remove the driver's seat. It's attached in the rear with one Allen screw on either side of the seat. I actually like to remove them from the threads and leave them in the seat, just like that. So in the next step, we will be removing the fasteners from the tail components. All four of these need to be removed. Now we will loosen up this shroud here that will enable us to unclip the tail fairing from the shroud. So first we will remove these rivet type fasteners. And then the screw fastener here. Same procedure for the other side. And now we need to loosen up the tail fairing. Just pry it open and pull it up, both sides. And now it needs to be unclipped from the retaining holders here between the tail fairing and the shroud. Start at the bottom, pull down and out. Now you need to do this on the left side of the bike, and your tail is now free to come off. You can give it a little spread at the bottom and put it to the side. Now we will proceed to unplugging the wires for the electrical equipment on the fender assembly here. If you peel back this boot, undo the wires from the retaining clips here. It'll allow you access to start disconnecting this stuff. This is your tail light wire. It does not need to be disconnected at this point. You will need to disconnect these three here. Pull up on this tab here and pull away. It's very simple. These are the signal wires. This is your license plate light wire. Once you have that disconnected, you can go ahead and remove the four fasteners holding the fender assembly on. Do that now. Same goes for the right side of the bike. Once you get down to the last bolt, securing the fender assembly on the bike, you want to support your fender assembly from the bottom with your hand so it doesn't just drop. And now your fender should be free to come off. You need to spread it a little bit. Get it off here. If you notice here on these side exhaust shields, There are clips that mount into the tip on your exhaust here. So they first need to be pulled towards the rear of the bike, and then you could start spreading this, just like we did. Okay, so over here we have the 2013 and up 600RR, and this is a 07 to 12 model. If you notice the subframe closeout here that houses your battery and your servo is exactly identical to the 07 to 12 model. Therefore, the installation procedure for the 07 to 12 and the 13 and up will be exactly the same using the same instruction sheet. Let's begin. In this step, we're going to remove the servo case. To do that, you need to remove these two fasteners here. You just leave them on the bike. Servo case comes off, and we will now proceed to the step in which we cut 2 holes in this to mount the Fender Eliminator onto it. Our instruction sheet for this installation actually has a template that you can cut out. We've already done that. You want to fold it along the dotted lines. And insert it like so. We'll now attach it with tape so that we don't lose placement. The edges here that we've bent over match up with the edges on the servo case itself. This is what gets you that placement, so you can be confident that you're drilling in the right place. And once we tape it down, we can begin drilling. You can remove this template. You have nice, neat holes for your Fender Eliminator. What I like to do is to slot them out just a little bit to give you a little bit more adjustability in the way you mount this. If they're slotted sideways just a little bit, you'll be able to position this bracket on multiple angles, and it'll help you in positioning your bracket to your liking. Alright, so the hardware kit for this Fender Eliminator comes with a multitude of different choices of hardware because we've adapted this kit to all the years of 600RRs and also the 2004 to 2007 1000RR. For this installation, we will need 2 screws, 2 washers, 2 nuts, and we can put the rest to the side. We will assemble the bracket onto the servo case. These 2 holes matching the slots that we've cut into the servo case. We need to put one of the screws through over to the other side. Washer and a nut. Now what you want to do is just get it finger tight. Don't over tighten it. We'll need to put it on the bike, put this whole assembly on the bike and adjust it. We'll just go ahead and put the other screw through. Washer. Nut. Again, finger tight. Give yourself some leeway so you could adjust it. And now we can test fit it on the bike. Put the servo case back in its place, and now you can fine-tune the adjustment of your bracket here so it's center and level. And once you achieve that, you can take the servo case off and tighten everything up with tools. All right, now we will reattach the assembly back on the bike using the servo screws. So if we go to the bottom, you insert this assembly back where it was. Hold it with one hand, come back up to the top, and screw in the fasteners. And you can go ahead and tighten it now with tools. Make sure you get proper engagement of these fasteners, otherwise this assembly will likely vibrate out on you. Now let's go to the bottom. Now you can reattach the license plate with the hardware you have from your stock Fender, and this part of the assembly will be pretty much finished. We'll just need to reassemble everything in the reverse order of this assembly, and then you're ready to ride. Switching back around, test it again. Okay. Now if you notice, the light is flashing extremely fast. This is very common using LED equipment.